Booyah. Wait, are we in there yet? Okay. It says we are live. What up? What up? What up? What's going on, people? We couldn't get no music, man. YouTube keep prohibiting us, man. We were having a phenomenal debate before we got up here, man. And I'll just do some introduction. With your introductions, you will state your top three.
Top three what?
Top three rappers
of all time.
Okay. To my right side, right here. To your left, we have Big Motherfucking Country. What up, son?
Sadate, all the way down.
And your top three is
Cool G Rap, Ghostface, and
it's hard, ain't it? It's hard. Yeah. Go ahead, man. Just
I don't know. Can I put like Big Pun and Biggie? Like that's the same person?
Big Piggy.
Big Pun and Biggie.
All right.
Cause I keep forgetting about Pun, man. I hate leaving that dude out when the conversations come up. And I remember it.
Synopsis of why you picked them people. Synopsis.
The best way I can put it is they fucking crazy, man. It's the
But your top, just give me your top one though. Mark said Tupac. What up, Mark? What's going down, dog?
Tupac. No, Mark.
Nobody say none of your cheerleader ass. Dude. Where your pom-poms at, nigga? What you doing, man?
No Tupac. Tupac was
kick your leg up. Let me move the table. Kick your leg.
Tupac. What you mean? Come on, man. Tupac is like LeBron. He's good, but he just not.
Man, you fucked up, dude.
It's just a no bueno, dog. It just is what it is, dude. If Pac, just like
okay.
Exactly.
Thank you. What's up?
You didn't say Rakim though.
Dude, that's a given. That dude is number one. Nobody can beat this guy.
He brought rap to the next level, though, dude.
Rakim was rapping.
Rakim was like he brought it from the hubba to something that meant real.
Yeah. Rakim was rapping back
the
then.
The farther you get, the more balls.
Current to date. I don't remember who started.
They say Kool Herc. Kool Herc was the founder of hip hop, not just rap. Hip hop is composed of
all music
dancing,
is basically rap. Rapping. If you want to talk about the founder of the shit, but Rakim is he was current back then. He's up to speed still.
Exactly, Mr. J. Yeah, that's brought it from hipper to the hopper, the hip, the hopper to
Kool Herc is the founder.
Made sense.
I get that. I already get that.
I
believe
Kool Herc.
I believe that's a lie.
I thought I said
Kool
that.
Herc threw parties, and there was a bunch of other people before him that started the b-boy stuff. And if you don't know what b-boying is and all of that stuff, b-boys, why they call it that is because the b-boy is the break beat that they dance to.
What up, X?
And that's what b-boying came from, and the breakers and all that stuff. That's what it came from, the beat break stuff.
All right.
It was DJs that were fucking controlling the party that was doing the rhyming. It wasn't no MCs at first.
Right.
It was DJs and stuff. So Kool Herc started throwing parties and stuff like that, and it had a bunch of, but it was stuff way before that dude.
Okay. Moving right on.
Horseman. Okay.
All right.
I understand.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Kool Herc, he gave the platform for MCs and DJs. Like they was just rocking a party, dude. And then they went from hipper to hopper, throw your hands in the air, into some lyrical shit that actually made sense. And it was Rakim that brought that shit over. But moving on. No, man. No, I'm about to pass it to your ass, dog. My top three is Buck of Psychodrama. Don't nobody got no lyrics like him. And then I really relate because he's from Chicago. Then it got to be Wu-Tang, since we could put groups in it. It's hard to pick somebody from Wu-Tang. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm going to go Biggie. Because out of two albums,
monumental,
dude became iconic. Other than other people we was talking about previously had like 4, 6, 8 albums. And they was jealous of somebody else because somebody else made it to iconic off of one album.
Yeah.
And then he did the other album.
If you can't see that, then you just can't see it. You just can't see it.
He posthumously, am I saying that right? he did that and still had a dope ass.
Ghostface has the best solo catalog out of the history of hip hop.
Yeah,
nobody can't they can't do nothing with that dude stuff, man.
All right. Hold on. Let's get BMAC. We got BMAC in the house, y'all. And your top 3. To my left, your right. What up, dog?
I just want to say it always happens when I'm with the both of
top
them.
3, man.
No, you're not gonna do that to me.
Okay.
When I smell what the Rock is cooking. When I'm always with these two, I'm always last. That's fine. I know I'm the baby, and my top is Pac.
No, Nas ain't beat out Ghost in nothing.
Face and Eminem.
Nas is up there, though.
And Nas would be my number 4. I know y'all don't believe it, but Nas would be my number 4.
Goldface drop albums.
Here's my thing. When I talk
Nas'
about
last album was trash. He fucked himself up on that.
When I there you go.
Can we get your top 3 though?
I just gave it to you.
Who was it?
Pac,
number 1.
You really gonna do this?
Pac is number 1.
You said
Face,
Scarface, yeah.
and M.
And Eminem.
Correct.
It's respectable.
And while I know that we can make hold on, wait. While I know that we can
Redman to be my
that
number
there's
5.
10,000 people that can make arguments about our top 3 considerably.
Mr. J, that red, that's
considerably everybody that we just named is really in the top 5.
Yeah.
And if you want to take it a step further, they can be in the top 10, and we can just keep it, and we can just keep it going. Shit. But my thing is very simply, just like they gave their explanations. My thing is
when
this:
he started doing chick music.
When we talk about music and things that where we were having a great debate about hip hop, where it came from, and from Kool Herc to Cool G Rap,
okay,
to Big Daddy Kane, to Wu-Tang, to
naming some great people right there.
You know what I'm saying? To Kool Mo D, to Pac, to Biggie. We can name greats all day long. But when I tell you my top 3, but no, I agree. But what I'm saying in my eyes, the question I posed to the brethren is to the brothers here, and I pose it to the brethren. When we think about this, if you only had 3 artists, if you only had 3 people to listen to left, and one can be a group, they can be groups or whatnot, and it's just flat out, this is all you have to listen to the rest in your life. So my thought, we talking about hip hop though. We're not talking about R&B.
Okay, get to the point. About hip hop.
So what I'm saying is when I think about it, the people that I pick can relate to the shit that was going on in the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and they can keep going and move forward and forward and forward and forward. And not to say that nobody's not inconsequential or anything else right now. That's just my top 3, and that's why I picked them. I'm getting Mike to legend.
All right, thank you, sir. Thank you for sharing, everybody.
I know y'all hate that LeBron comment stuff. I had to pick. That's all.
So, time out before we move on. You're a LeBron fan now because he's on the Lakers. Because you were a Lakers fan.
I just went through this. I did. I don't do that. And you know I don't do that.
Come on.
I've been having this.
Can you answer the question? Who are you going to play with on 2K19? Who are you going to play with?
Probably Dallas.
Who you going to play with?
Because Dennis Smith Jr. is on Dallas.
Never played with the Lakers before. Who you gonna
I cannot
play with the Chicago Bulls.
Fellas, I know this went over into the basketball thing.
So you giving up the Lakers?
I have been a James Worthy
and Magic with the Lakers at high school.
Of time since high school, like he just said. Y'all just heard him. That's been my squad. No matter what. Even though I live in Chicago, I celebrated the Bulls winning and all that stuff. I've been a Lakers fan. I can't support the Lakers because Bron then went over there and tarnished the history of the Lakers. I can't do it. I'm sorry.
All right, we're on that. We're gonna because that's devastating. But we're gonna move on and we're gonna say Dude, we got some bad news. I don't know. I ain't heard you talk about it.
Or my cousin. Yeah, hey y'all.
Rest in peace to Burt Reynolds. Y'all.
Yeah, I don't know why he keep calling him Burnt Reynolds, but it's Burt Reynolds.
Burnt Reynolds.
He been calling Burt, but that's my cousin, y'all. The funeral will be happening.
He used to burn tires. That's what I thought. He got his name.
No,
it's Burt.
Burt.
Is that short for something?
No, it's short for Burt.
Is that Bartholomew? What is it?
No, it ain't no Bartholomew. It's just Burt.
Okay.
It's some Southern stuff you don't know nothing about. But that's my cousin, y'all.
I know Ernie and Burt.
He taught me how to drive, and the funeral is gonna be next. He taught me how to drive. I'm professional, and
that's why I think he's lying.
It's not the case.
Yeah, rest in peace, Burt Reynolds, man. Great entertainer.
And
Mac
Miller OD today. Another great MC. I didn't know he used to kick it with Ariana Grande. I didn't know they used to kick it, but that's another great MC.
I heard that name in a minute.
If y'all don't know, Mac Miller had bars out of this world. I got his last 2 albums.
Where's he from?
He had bars. I think he was somewhere out west somewhere.
Yeah, it sounded like out west.
He was out west somewhere. But he used to hang out with No ID and them. A lot of people don't know about No ID and all that stuff, man. No ID,
great producer, man,
was back,
from Chicago.
And he had bars and stuff. That Kanye
from
and
Chicago.
Common and all that stuff. He used to hang with them dudes.
Yeah, they put him on.
Mm-hmm.
All right, man. Next up is I forgot the actor's name, but who played Alvin on the Cosby Show? He was Job Shane.
You know what?
Hold on, let me tell a story.
I'm glad you said that. I almost forgot about that.
Let me tell a story for people that don't know. Yeah, he was Job Shane. Some woman, probably black. You know
you didn't see the 2 pictures of the lady?
No. What?
Bull daggers.
Were they black?
Yeah, both of them look like studs.
Jeffrey Owens.
Mm-hmm. So what had to happen was they found Alvin from the Cosby Show, who was dating Sandra, was it? Mm-hmm. The older sister, older than Denise. Yeah. They found him bagging shit up, or a cashier at Trader Joe's, and they tried to job shame him. And based off of that, since they took a picture and the shit went viral, it went viral, and it was picked up by Tyler Perry, who said you can get 10 episodes. Matter of fact, gave him a job. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm glad you said that. And because when it hit, I was like, when you see the females, if anybody got the pictures posted so let you can see it. If you see the females,
I didn't see the female.
Dude, both of them look like studs. One of them is definitely a stud. It's a couple.
Were they fat?
Even it's some typical nigger bitches.
Linebackers.
Yeah, linebackers, you know. Yep. But them females didn't come even close to if you want to get on that type of accolade type of thing, but they weren't actors on the stage for the whole world to see.
They wasn't shit.
They, whatever job that they have their job. This dude, the whole world
have nothing in their background that amounts to starring on a Cosby fucking show.
Right. And that's the part that killed
nothing
me.
In your past, you stupid motherfucker. And that amounted to
was a bunch of women that they was going in on them, and it was a bunch of manginas that was going in on them.
Shreks.
And
you savage.
Yeah, Shreks, yeah.
Shreks. That's a good terminology right there for that.
And I was just watching the shit unfold, and the shit was tripping me out because I got in a couple of conversations, and I've been calling a misogynist all week. But I don't understand why now ain't nobody supposed to work no more. I don't care what you do, you gotta work. So now he's less, and we've talked about this before. So now this man is less of a man now because he still has a job.
At least he working, not like your past five baby daddies.
Get the
fuck out of here.
It'd be a different if it's a dude that's leeching off a bunch of females, sleeping on their couches all day and playing the video games, smoking.
What the fuck I'm talking about, man?
It'd be different if it was that. This man,
black men ain't never got no jobs.
Yeah, they ain't never.
But y'all just shame this man for having a job.
Y'all just shame him for having a job. And I always bring up the dude from Taken. I can't never remember.
Liam Neeson.
Liam Neeson. He's a what? Who?
Oh,
I don't care what he is.
No, what I'm just saying is,
he's if you're a star, this is how stupid people are. If you're a star, if you've been on a TV before, you're supposed to be a millionaire.
Right.
Okay. People don't understand.
They don't understand all of
world.
Mm-hmm.
You have to contracting jobs
and maintaining and all of that stuff. People don't.
Nobody. What have you seen anybody from the Cosby Show on since then? I give you Felicia Rashad got taken up by Tyler Perry.
Felicia Rashad. What Rudy? Her and
Rudy took a long ass break.
No, dude. No,
she was in school.
No, she's been on sitcoms. You don't watch regular. She's been on sitcoms
lately though.
She's been on sitcoms.
Yeah, like lately.
She's been on sitcoms. She's been doing small movies and everything. But I don't care what you do.
I saw Rudy at Spelman when I was there. She was looking horrid.
I don't care what your job title is, what it is that you
Still
do.
would have smashed though.
Be proud of what it is that you do. I've been trying to explain to a couple of dudes at work. I'm like, dude, y'all treat this job. I said, no, this ain't not the best job. But you paying your bills with this job. You just bought some Jordans last week with this job. You just got your car fixed with this job. If you say you're going to do a job, be a man of your word and do the job. Yeah. No, I don't work at the best place on the planet. It ain't the worst place either, because the worst place is over here on Little Wacker where them people sleeping underneath the street here in Chicago. That's the worst place to me to be working, because they ain't working. And they got to sleep underneath the street where the rats and stuff coming and biting them and giving them rape, all type of stuff. So as a man, and I'm glad this got brought up, because I want to talk about tonight morals and values, morals and values and stuff of the men. Because nowadays, with a lot of younger men, the shit is lost. And a lot of men, there are younger men out here don't know how to be a man in their word. Yeah. Fuck these bitches. You can fuck after you even after you stand your ground. After you stand your ground, you're still going to be able to do what you want. And I know it's a toss up, and they'll
respect you.
It's a scary type of thing, and you just don't know, because females lie all the time. Stand your ground. Tell her, no, I ain't about to. No, you ain't trying to do what I'm doing. Okay, cool. I guarantee you're gonna get a call the next day. She's gonna shoot you a text or email or some shit like that. So and it ain't just with it, with this, but you just, as a man, your word, it mean a lot. If you, your word is your bond. Some of the younger dudes, if you don't know,
your word is your bond.
Or if you're trying to decipher between the millennials being raised by these women and they're not taught anything that has to do with anything about morals and standards and shit like that. They're not taught. The only thing they're taught is make the money to give to the woman and you'll be fine, and take it.
That's the new way, right?
Yeah, that's why I said the millennials.
But I frequent the nigga newspaper, which is World Star.
World Star.
Say it again.
World Star.
Okay. And the little bitch was on there smoking a blunt. And she was like, fuck you niggas that want to do 50-50.
Oh, I seen it.
Fuck you niggas if we go into the restaurant and you want to do 50-50 on the bill.
She completely contradicted herself.
She then turned around and said, wait a minute. She said, then she turned around and say, if you're going to pay the rent, I'm going to pay the light and the gas. Stupid bitch. That's 50-50. I'm paying one bill and you paying every goddamn thing else.
Listen, man. Hold on.
Wait, hold on, Legend.
Go ahead, man.
It irritates me that women can sit out here and say, you know what?
Any goddamn thing, really.
Tefo. Damn it, man. Tefo, the police jargon, I apologize.
Yeah, I understand it, dude.
Tefo.
I be on Call of Duty.
But how you can sit here and say that the man can pay the mortgage or the rent or whatever it is, and it constitutes to $1,200. And he tells this girl, well, you pay light, gas, cable, and everything else. So she paying $200 for this, $150 for this, $200 for that, and everything else. And then it equals about $900. But then when he tell you 50-50, or we gonna get a combined.
When you hear a motherfucker talking about some shit like that,
them motherfuckers be like, no, wait a minute, you the man, but bitch, you been paying your way. So what's the fucking difference?
I'm gonna tell you like Drake told me, man. Can't go 50-50 with no hope. Hey, yo, that's my favorite part of that song right there. because there's a mind state behind that, man. You know what I'm saying? If you're trying to make it with somebody, then of course they want to see us get there. So it don't matter what the fuck it takes to get there. But if you're trying to get over on somebody, you're trying to make them pay for every fucking thing.
Pay for that.
Yeah. And then
do that.
There's enough shit out here.
I want to go there.
Support you in that. Oh, he ain't no gentleman. He ain't do this. He ain't do that. He ain't do that. No, you ain't got to do shit. A real man will fucking treat you no matter how bad you treat him. He gonna take care of you, girl. Right. That's bullshit. We're here to fuck that shit up. Okay. And there's a lot of motherfuckers that's mad about that shit. Like this. There's a lot of motherfuckers. No. I'm about to change it. I'm about to segue. I'm about to segue. All right. I'm about to segue away from here. No, don't say. Get the fuck out of here, dude.
I'll wait.
Yo, that's what happens when you friends forever, dog. Yo, it's a lot of motherfuckers pissed off at Colin Kaepernick right now. It's a motherfucker.
It's Colin.
Colin. But anyway, they're not pissed off at him. They pissed off at Nike right now. Right? Yeah.
You want me to speak on that?
Can you do it real fast?
I can, real quick.
You kind of long.
How do you take a guy who took a knee to defend what is going on in the black communities and defend that, who had Navy SEALs and military veterans, which I am, that stood along with him and said, you know what? I understand what's going on. Brother, I stand with you. He went from there, from being a starting quarterback to he can no longer get a job as a backup quarterback, to he went to the other countries and learned about Muslim and Christian different beliefs. Okay. Now when he came back, they still don't want to give this man no play. But what has happened is it's turned internal. So you got a president, you have white folks that say, hey, fuck what he talking about. He took a knee. He doesn't love this. He doesn't love this country and this flag. Well, I'm here to tell you there is a book called the Book of Flags, the American flag, and tells you how you are to respect the American flag. And when you're supposed to respect the American flag, it's not supposed to be on clothing. It's not supposed to be cut in the American flag. It's not supposed to be in purses. It's not supposed to do anything else. So it's not supposed to touch the ground. So everything that the NFL is doing, and those that are standing behind the NFL and saying, go America, they have no clue, because when they're at these NFL stadiums, if they want to go get a beer, guess what? During the national anthem, they're still back there getting a beer. Now let's go to the Nike shit. When you get to Nike, all these political degenerates are saying, well, I'm going to burn my Nikes. I'm going to cut my socks. I'm going to do this. Well, fuck you, because here's the greatest thing ever. No matter what you do in a political stance, Nike has been the number one shoe, I'm going to approximate, for the last 15 years.
No, way longer than that.
Oh, but I said approximate. So what I'm saying is I know as of 4 years ago that 53% of the gym shoes that were worn around the world were Jordans, which means Jordans, Jumpmans, or something made by Jordan.
LeBron is the highest paid.
I said as of 4 years
Nike
ago.
Selling motherfuckers.
So what I'm saying is, from back then, no matter what Jordan has ever done, it's still a pay to Nike. So now you have athletes like LeBron, you have athletes like Serena, you have other athletes like Shaquem Griffin, who has the one hand that's got drafted. He's with the Seattle Seahawks. Now you got all these people are on board. LeBron has also made, outside of his contract, which is a lifetime contract with Nike, He has made a political stand against the president. He's done things in his hometown, and Nike is standing behind it. So now, where do we go forward? Well, not we. How do those? We stand behind the product, but those that oppose.
When I reply to we, I mean
those that oppose Colin Kaepernick taking the knee, that wear the good Nikes, the nice, soft, comfortable Nikes.
Okay,
their kids, their little white kids love LeBron James.
Okay,
so where do we go from there? Are you going to go to where? But here's the thing: are you going to go to Kanye West with Adidas? Because guess what? That's still a nigga.
First of all, I don't even wear Nikes.
Are you going to go to Under Armour? Because guess what?
Okay,
that's Steph Curry.
We said that was going to be quick. Okay, I get that part, but I don't even wear Nike, so I don't care. But I appreciate what Colin Kaepernick is doing. Mm-hmm. The few people that stand with him, I appreciate that too. You have to stand for something. And there's another thing I want to talk about today. You got to stand for something. People been coming at me all week on the social media with the massage and stuff, and it's always situational. You have to stand for something. You can't be today talking about bricks and then tomorrow you talking about mortar. Pick something and stand for that. No matter what, believe in something. Otherwise, you will fall for any goddamn thing. Colin Kaepernick, he's gonna be paid like a motherfucker when all of this shit is over, said and done. His lawsuit he's getting his bread. So even though I know he's probably, I gotta get to that part though. But he's the money part. He ain't worried about that part because he has a right to do whatever he wants to do when it comes to that. Mm-hmm. I don't feel that he's disrespecting the flag or anything like that. The dude's taking a knee. And refuse to stand for the flag to bring up a type of awareness that a lot of people just not understanding. There's other shit before Colin Kaepernick. Jared was raping little boys, and people still go to Subway.
Hold on, no, man.
People still going to Subway.
No, that's cool.
Walmart and anything that we buy is not made in America. So there's a bunch of little kids slaving over to make your shirt or make your shoes or your belt or your hair that these bitches out here buying and eyelashes. There's a little kid making that shit in a sweatshop somewhere, but nobody's standing up for that. The little kid that gets shot on the south side of Chicago because some little degenerate that was raised by a single piece of shit ass mom that can't take the blame for raising a piece of shit ass kid. They can't take the blame for that shit. This shit comes from someplace. This shit all comes from someplace, dude. And you have to acknowledge this shit and stand up for something. You got to pick something. You got to pick something to stand up for. If you just gonna go all in, I'm a pink ass shirt wearing nigga, and you're gonna go, okay, dude, you can stay in your lane and you can get your benefits just like the rest of the bitches, and then that's it. And the same thing with the bitches. You can't be a lady and a hoe at the same time. Like I just saw the video The Legend, and the female was like, I like threesomes. Why can't I have a threesomes and me cool like the men?
That's because you're a hooker. That's why
you're a whore. And you don't understand. It's real.
Threesomes was okay.
It's real funny how women do not understand the power that they already possess. To influence the world. To be a mom ain't no joke. To be a wife ain't no joke.
Nah.
The responsibility that come with that to make sure your kids are fed and nourished and make sure that the emotional part, and then the dad, you got to make sure he's strong enough to be able to teach the children how to survive under however many circumstances. And the shit ain't easy. And women play that shit off like the lady they call, I'm a misogynist because of I can't remember what it was that I had commented on. I'm like, what I commented on is about people staying in their lane and playing their role. There's nothing wrong, dude. I don't understand what is the big deal about being somebody being the breadwinner and somebody being the stay at home. I don't understand,
because it's feminism.
No, I get the feminism part, and I try to break it down.
Feminism, and I was thinking today, like if the zombie apocalypse happened, when paperwork couldn't go through, and you couldn't get that, you couldn't go on vacation because of that child support, or just that part of your money is gone and your job is gone. What are you gonna do? I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go out here and forage. I'm gonna get some food. We'll find some gas. We know what to do as men, right? When that shit happen, they don't. You know, and that's why Quest always like, yo, this shit is over. If the zombie apocalypse come, they done.
Dude, Mom's was out of the blue this week. She was like, black people just can't do shit together. And I was like, what? Where'd that come from? And my mom, she works for the state. She goes around and write nursing homes up for treating, the elderly wrong. And when she came out of the blue with that, it's certain stuff that happens in life that just confirm what the hell we be talking about, that people just be trying to act blind to for some type of gain in their life. There's one thing you can't defeat. Life is going to reject whatever life don't like, just like your body. When you get sick, your body heat up, get you a fever to try to kill off whatever is fucking with you. So you heat up, or you get diarrhea, and the shit try to come out.
I know about that. Yeah, I know about that.
So, it's the same thing with life, and people don't understand that. Females be like, oh, I'm gonna pray to God for him to send me a man. You ain't gotta pray to God for sending you no man. Stop at being understand if you a whole woman, and then you will get your benefits. It's super simple.
Super simple. Do your job.
Yeah, do your job. Do your job. Learn your craft.
Yo,
learn your craft.
Learn your craft. Yo, shout out to J.R. O'Neal for donating this week, dog. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
And he was like, yo, I just want y'all to go in, dog. We're going to go in. This kind of reminds me right now when we first started the radio show. We didn't have shit down. We had shit planned. And then it became to where you jumped on at during that. But this show, somebody else hit me and they was like, thank y'all for doing the show. Y'all got me through one of my breakups.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that.
Yeah.
Saw that.
And he was
glad to help, man. Glad to help.
I saw that comment.
Yeah, we get shit like that all the time. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people that we help and we get thank yous from men and women. Okay, that don't really want to get public with it, but they find BMV and they're like, shit, that's what I was thinking about too. I thought I was going crazy, but here go these dudes right here saying the same shit I was thinking. All right, you're not crazy. We all arrive at the truth somehow, some way. We're all here. The only thing before is that we didn't talk to each other like, oh, you getting this static too? You too? And then we reach out and we do the show as people in Dallas and New York and LA and in the UK saying that they getting the same shit. Okay. That's why we here, because we found that it wasn't being said. Nobody was acknowledging this crazy shit. Okay. We were taught, everything you was taught about women back in the day was bullshit. And it's hard to unbrainwash the shit from that. We always thought that women could do no wrong. Okay.
That's because Big Mama and Auntie and them commanded respect. They never said they was a strong black anything.
No.
They just commanded respect, and you gave that to
because they did the right fucking thing.
They did the right damn thing.
It wasn't contingent about how much money. It wasn't contingent about how cool somebody was.
Right.
It wasn't. It was about family and keeping that shit together.
Yeah.
But now today that a lot of females out here are like, yo, family ain't shit. I gotta go for me. You know what I'm saying?
See, and that's where what I wanted to talk about too with our history, and because we have been lied to in our culture and history has been stolen, we were trying to rely upon tradition to keep certain things going, and now it's a bunch of women out here that have y'all just throwing that shit away. I'm a strong black idiot. That's what I call you, motherfuckers. But I can do this, that. Everybody has a job. Everybody has to go to work. So why you special because you had to go to work? Like I had to go to work this morning? No, you're not special. I went to work too. I don't care if I make 50 and you make 150. I had to go to work too. You're not special. And a lot of women don't get that stuff. And a lot of women don't understand where the tradition is going out of the window all over booty. Booty has killed more men than cancer. And people just don't get it. And the women really don't get it because it's a bunch of women out here fighting a cause over booty. And they're like, no, we're not. No, y'all fighting. We can be naked and can't nobody touch us, and we can be women and good. I don't care if you have a fucking job. Life has to evolve. I don't care about your job. I care about your job when it comes into effect where our children have to be raised by people outside of our home. That's when I care about your job. I don't care about your job. You going to work making money to help make ends meet or whatever. I don't care about that part. But when our children have to be taught by the daycare people, that the daycare, you know what I'm talking about, the daycare people that's doing blows and smoking glass and all that shit, and or that are insane and all that stuff. This is a super simple thing to me. Back in the day, it worked. And now people trying to fight it like it didn't work back then. It worked for centuries and decades. Women stayed at home, make sure the children do your homework, make sure you wash up. They gave him that emotional part. Dad came home and gave him the rest. You have to defend yourself against all the evils of the world and all this stuff because we all ain't perfect. Somebody crazy, somebody this, and somebody that. And nowadays, people just like, oh, to each his own. No, it ain't. I want all the fellas that's listening right now. When every time you hear to each his own, just think about it like this: if somebody blew your fucking mama head off, and they say, "Oh man, to each his own, man," if you believe to each his own, you shouldn't be mad that your mama's dead, or your kid is dead. You shouldn't be mad because to each is his own. Stop going with that bullshit. That's one of them motivational speeches that bitches get themselves. To each is his own, and I'm a strong black idiot. That's motivational shit that has been taken way out of context. Just, fuck that shit.
Okay, look here. On my way here, we all know what I do for a living, and I stopped at a gas station.
He's a copper. For people that's new, he's a copper.
Yeah, I'm a sheriff, and I do child support and child support warrants. And I stopped at the gas station, and on my way in,
on his way in, y'all.
Okay. I saw a young brother.
Saw a young brother
talking to his son. It looked a little familiar to me.
It looked a little familiar. Oh no! What's up with that? What's up with that? What's up with that?
I don't know what he's talking about. That's a Saturday Night Live. That's a Saturday Night Live.
What's up with that?
Y'all got to get in tune with it. Went in and paid for gas.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
I went in and paid for gas.
You got to be an old school fan.
I came outside. That. And the brother
never mind.
And the brother
go ahead, B-Man. Go ahead.
And his son looked to be about 4, 5, 6 years old.
Okay.
And I just stopped at the car, and the brother rolled the window down, and he was like, "What's up, bro?" Real defensive. And I was like, "Hey, man, I just wanted to tell you it's a beautiful thing to see a black father with his black son." And the dude looked at me and was like, "What?" And I shook his hand, and the man didn't. He didn't want to let my hand go. He wanted to tell me his life story. That motherfucker hurt. And he was like, "Bro, I'm from California. I'm here now. I got me a vehicle. I'm all about my son."
Nobody gets that
and
credit.
I told him, I said, "You know what, dog? I just wanted to tell you congratulations for being a black man with a black son. It's 8:30. I know you want to feed him, take him home, and everything else." So I went and put my gas. This black man came up to me with his black son and was like, "Hey, bro, look, my dad, I chose to be closed, But my dad always told me there would be black men out there would be accepting. And now I'm sitting in my truck and I'm like, okay. And I'm like, he said, what is it that you do? I said, hey, I told you I'm a sheriff. You know, this type of shit I do. I just wanted to commend you. He said, you got kids? I said, yeah, I got 3. He said, are you there for him? I said, absolutely. Why would I commend you? He said, dog, I'm new to the area. I just bought a house. My son is 5 years old. He loves baseball. Is there anything you could do for me? Now, here's the funny thing. If you want to say that I'm a baseball coach, we all know that. I say, hey, man, I can put you in tune. Son's 5 years old. We can put him in T-ball, get him going ready. He said, well, hey, I work at the White Sox Stadium. I said, well, that's cool too. I said, how about this? I'm gonna put you in tune with some coaches that coach that level. We get your son in the fall ball. That's not gonna interact with your work schedule. And the brothers take care of it. The man was in tears in front of me. And I was like, damn, but I had to look back at my own circumstance. And I had to look at other circumstances. And I had to tell him, I said, look here. He said, what made you talk to me? I said, dog, I work in child support court.
And I be on BMV.
There's many.
And BMV taught me this.
No.
Go ahead. BMV said.
I work in child support court and I have children.
And BMV.
Everybody in BMV doesn't have children.
No, but BMV taught you what you about to say, though.
No, they didn't. This was a life lesson.
You can be arrogant if you want to. Everybody know, though.
Being in court. You can put your chin up if you want to.
Y'all know.
Here's the greatest thing ever.
Say it, man.
Being in court is very disheartening when you have black moms and the state is standing there saying, oh, well, mom is claiming this person is the dad. He needs to take a DNA test. Dad shows up and he say, no, she was doing this. She was doing that. Then when you go even further and it shows that you got a 6-year-old boy who has never known his dad, dad is announced, and this kid is mixed 6 years. The boy, not take away from the girls, but a young man has been 6 years removed from being with a man that's telling him, when you fall down, I'm not going to pick you up. You have to get up. Young man, it's going to be okay. We all cater to little girls. Oh, baby, you fell down. Come on, baby, get up. But when boys fall down, like I teach my son right now, he's in high school. We all know I'm there. I've been telling him real strong for the last 2 months. Young men don't cry. They figure shit out.
Yeah.
When you move forward and you're in high school, whether you make a right or wrong decision, whether you fail a test, whether you lie to your mom or dad or your teachers, you don't cry. You figure the shit out. When shit breaks bad, men no longer cry. They have to say, you know what? Now I'm at a wall. I have to go left or right. I have to make this. I have to atone for the things that I didn't do.
I'm glad you brought that shit the fuck up, dog. Here's the thing, man. We got a message from a brother. I'm not gonna put him on blast though, but his email or his message to us was not. I'm not gonna say it was exclusive to him. We've gotten a lot of messages from here to there. But anyway, he was saying, man, I listen to y'all podcast like every morning. And y'all got me through my last breakup because I didn't know my worth. And that got me to thinking, we speed through this shit. We've been through this shit for like 12 years. I think it's been 12 years. Yeah, it's been 10 years plus. Okay. So when we speak today, it is in no comparison to when we spoke 10 years ago. 10 years ago, we were learning. Now we know, but we can easily skip past people who are brand new to BMV. You know what I'm saying?
But that is not the intention.
No, that's not the intention.
Not the
That's
intention.
why we need feedback. Okay, we're coming back thinking that, oh, yo, everybody who was X-Man, Mephistopheles, Real Deal, everybody is here. You know what I'm saying? Laughing, Kyubi, everybody is here. You know what I'm saying? That knows what the fuck we doing. Master Way, he here. They know exactly what we was talking about in the past as opposed to what we doing today. But we need to be more conscious. That's why we need y'all to ask questions about what you don't understand, what you think we're being contradictory about.
Whatever you're going through.
Yeah, what you going through. We got the answers already. We've been at this for 10 years. There's nobody I know who has been watching this and researching this and inspecting this and, you know, posting up things and seeing a reaction. There's nobody but us that's not biased. You know what I'm saying? So when we got that message, I was like, yo, this is not the first message I heard from that somebody was like, yo, thank you, BMV. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for being who y'all are and telling the truth, doing that. Because you're not really gonna find out what is really real, because we don't have any ties. We're not gonna be actors. Nobody's gonna be an actor here. Nobody's gonna be in showbiz. So we don't have to worry about our fucking career, okay, getting ruined by what we're saying. You're not gonna hear raw men saying what the fuck they want to say, okay? But anywhere but here, everybody else, and even if they got a YouTube channel, they want to keep their subscribers, okay? You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we're just on here doing what we think needs to be done, okay? So I've came up with a list of things that should not prove your worth. There's a lot of guys out here that think, well, I'm gonna say there's a lot of people, because there's a lot of females, I think, out there too. But this ain't for y'all ass. Y'all need to fucking tune out.
You have to understand decades and decades of being brainwashed into believing what it is that you're supposed to do for the woman. You have to understand that, first of all. You're not supposed to suffer to please. And if you don't understand what that means, if your voice can't get out, if your opinion can't get across, it's like BMAC, that dude crying and all the emotional shit that just happened. He ran across somebody that's all he needed. That's all he needed a long time ago. Whenever his baby mom did whatever the hell, that's all he needed was a minute to say, "I understand how you feel." And men are not built like women. That's all they need, for somebody to say, I get it. I understand. And they'll recharge up like Hulk Hogan would do when he would be choked out. And he'll be,
I'm still alive. I'm still alive.
He'll come back. Hulk Hogan will come back and then do the leg drop, the big ass thigh on somebody.
Leg drop is over.
Yeah, when he do the leg drop,
it's fucking over.
And that's all the majority of men need is just that little bit of shit. But you know, you have to understand, fellas. You know, things that you have to understand the feminism shit, and then you have to understand the government shit. All of this shit is documented, and that's the other part that I be fighting online with women. All of this shit is documented. It's not like I'm talking out of my ass. It's documented, the destruction of black people, the destruction of the black man by the government, and women be like, "No, you just a sucker." And then the main giants come, "Oh, you can't get no pussy. That's what you're talking about." It's already documented. It's already documented before we were even allowed to basically pick up a pen or a pencil. There's been a plan in place to destroy it, because they know they know our worth and our strength and our everything, because we don't know it. Our shit was lost and stolen and whatever we don't know that shit. We don't know our worth. We don't know our strength. We don't know our nothing. And people throw our traditions out of the window. These bitches throw our traditions out of the window.
Why?
Well, you know, that's all we had, because we didn't know where we come from.
That's the new way, though.
And they throw all our traditions out the window and to start to each his own shit. And this, I'm a woman, I can do. I don't want a woman that can pick up the back of a car. I don't want that shit.
Hey,
I want a woman that can pick up a fucking turkey pan on Thanksgiving and bring that shit out of the oven, and that can take this meat, you know, to her throat, the back of her throat.
Okay.
I know I was getting a little bit off track.
Where's my? I used to have a statement like,
my bad.
Hey, yo, nah, that's what's up though. Hey, yo, I agree 100% you saying, but let's get through this. We only got like 10 minutes left. Come on, man. All right, here are 10 things that you should consider, and I want you guys to go ahead and chime in on this very quick. Okay. All right. 10 things that you should not base your worth off of, because out here we know that a lot of people, not only women, you know what I'm saying, try to sit up here and base your worth. Let me tell you something. A lot of people who are insecure, a lot of people who are even below you. Yeah, it does. Even faking pseudo monetarily okay. Okay. Nothing to be concerned about. A lot of brothers out here, including me, I used to be a part of this team right here, man, who was insecure because this world was out here telling me that I was something that I wasn't.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That I couldn't be what I wasn't. You know what I'm saying? So, yo, we got a list right here, man. Your to-do list. Goals you haven't achieved yet do not have any weight on your self-worth or value.
Number one, boy, that is the man.
Let me tell you something.
Say that again.
Man.
Goals you haven't achieved yet do not have any weight on your self-worth,
man,
or value.
That means be your own man for your man, and don't worry about that shit.
And that will destroy any woman because that's all they have. That's all they lean on.
And let me add to that.
Man,
there are a lot of motherfuckers. Hold on, dude. Oh man, don't do that yet, man. Check it out. There are some people who don't have any goals at all, my nigga.
Say it again.
You worried about what you didn't achieve? These motherfuckers didn't even have that on their radar.
No, we not Pinky. No, not Pinky.
That shit is so cold. Worry about yourself before self.
We gonna
not about another motherfucker. Take care of self.
We gonna get deep down inside this. All right, number 2. If y'all like it, man, go ahead, clap, put some emojis up, and do what you. If we doing right now, let us know, man. All right, number 2. Your job. All right. Low grade people try to measure you by your job. People put so much emphasis and judgment on something you can lose at any moment without any warning or a special reason.
Yeah.
All right. People that judge you based on your job are mostly insecure dick bags. A bag of dicks. That's what they are. All right. A degree doesn't mean you're smarter than everybody. Where you are in life right now is not where you will end up. Everybody right now who you see with your natural eyes is in transition.
That's why I bring up.
We're all going somewhere. Mm-hmm. We're not where we're going to be right now. Females will try to sit up there and judge you. They'll say, don't judge me because I'm fat, because I ain't got blah, 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 blah. But if you got raggedy ass shoes on, watch your ass get judged. If you lower than 6 feet, watch your ass get judged. If you don't have enough thug in you, if you're not funny, watch your ass get judged. Shallow how? Watch your ass get judged. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody. I'm on the road in. I'm on the road.
No.
All right, I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep going then.
I hollered when you said it.
Your social media following.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Hold on. Before you even go forward.
Say what I got to say.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
That's cool. Social media is a cesspool of shallow, crazy, insecure people masquerading as something they want people to believe.
Absolutely correct.
Absolutely correct.
Absolutely correct.
No one worth any importance cares how many followers and the amount of likes they get on their pics. It has no bearing on what you are worth. These people is not worth it.
Yeah.
All right. Your principles and standards as a man or person is what does. That does hold a standing on who you are.
Absolutely.
Not these fuckbags or anybody that's judging you based off of what you're posting on anything.
And
be quick.
And this morning, I don't know if anybody caught it. I watch the news every morning, but a statistic dropped this morning about potential psychopaths, and it was 46% of the people that are on Tinder, just from their description of who they are or whatever their profile is, they were in the psychopath area or all that stuff. Me saying that shit is, people live in this fantasy. It's easy to live in a fantasy world where you don't have to see somebody face to face. I've been telling a couple of young dudes at work. I hope y'all watching right now, but I've been telling them all week. I'm like, dude, y'all life sucks. If you're not over 32, your life is horrible. You have nothing. Dude, what is it? We horrible. Dude, we used to have, there's no shit. Dude, when we used to go to parties, we would be like, hurry up, man, hurry up. Because you will look, once you get to the door, because it's a line. Everybody, all the women in there, they ain't come with no tube dresses on and holding up the wall. Everybody in there was dancing. And you basically threw your money at the dude, like, let me in here so I can get on one of these women. Now, you got dudes wearing pink shit, holding bottles, and doing gay shit, and all that, you know.
Hold on,
all of this crap. The reason me.
Hold on, country.
Hold on, wait, stop. Let me wrap it up. Let me wrap it up. I'm trying to real quick. This all goes with the social media thing. Social media is not the real world. You know, we all heard of the telephone tough guy shit. This same thing with social media. You got a bunch of women on here posting shit that they not. Women that look like they monumental. I used to, and I'm gonna tell y'all this is a big secret. A lot of women look super huge to me for some reason, and then I have to understand my big countryness, and I'll be like, and I'm like, damn, I'm way bigger than them, and it's not like a booty thing or anything like that. It's just the way no, it's not. It's not. They know I got a problem, but. It's not that type of thing, but I was just really trying to come out and explain how. No, I wasn't trying to come out about that. I was trying to explain how some women may look like they're way too much for me. They look way bigger than me, and then as soon as they open their mouth, I'd be like, "Oh, you're a peasant. You're a peasant. You did not desire."
So here's my thing about social media. Those that need and are protagonistics of social media is what they live and die off of. I don't have social media. Country doesn't have social media.
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah, he's on Instagram.
Oh shit, Country.
Only for big booty bitches though. He's not posting.
Here's a very
shit.
simple thing. Let's take it back to what Country was saying. Holla at this real quick. When we used to go to a party, it was all about who we saw. It was kind of like, what's the movie? The Wood. Okay, it was all like, hey, how many numbers you get? How many numbers you get? Okay, I give you $1. We had some other shit, but we'll go into that a different day.
It's a different day. But when they asked us about that,
at the end of the day, it was all about social interaction, not social media. Mm-hmm. There's so many people that base their lives off of, I'm sitting in front of my TV, I'm sitting in front of my camera, I'm sitting in front of this. How do you like me? Instead of saying, hey, what's up? This is the me. How are you? I remember when we were growing up, we would drive down blocks and we'd be like, hey, I like red pants.
Yeah, they used to get it done.
But it used to get it done.
Yeah.
Just to get attention. That wasn't social media. That was just us being guys, seeing a woman that we like and like, hey, she look good. Who's she gonna holler at? Now, when a woman posts something, now you got 2,000 views And
I mean,
then
it's
the woman,
about
and then
attention.
wait. Now the woman is like, oh, I got all this attention. And then it goes back to what Legend was talking about 3 weeks ago. Now she has her choice with 3,000 people. Drop the mic.
Yeah. You know, there's a lot of what y'all have to understand is that a lot of women who didn't grow up with fathers, they are out for attention. So social media is a good way to get that out. Like a lot of in our day before social media was out, women used to come dressed a certain way to high school to get that attention. You know what I'm saying? Like when a woman grows up in a house without a man, they want unconditional love from a man. They want that. They need that. Okay. So if there's not a man in the house, then they search for that all their life. This is the reason why we need fathers in the house for a daughter. Okay, because if you look in the porn industry or the video vixen, all of them have daddy issues, which means daddy was not there.
And they all say, oh, daddy, oh, daddy.
Okay, and that's it. Okay, that's been proven over and over again. Daddy issues right there. All sex workers have daddy issues. I mean, all the ones that we ran into. I don't know about Liam Nielsen and in Prague and shit. You know what I'm saying? Let me continue on with this list, man.
Not bring up that dude because nobody paid attention to this dude, and all of a sudden he blew up, in middle age, and now he's worthy of something because he has bread now.
Yeah,
that's the reason I bring that.
That's the universal ugly about women right there. The finest ones are on that shit. Anyway, we're gonna get to the next one. Number 4. Your age.
Matters.
Your age is no indication of how smart you are. Jesus Christ.
I'm gonna start laughing like the old man off now.
Yeah, that's a whiskey laugh right there. So the little whiskey laugh. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Don't do that, man. All right, your age is no indication of how smart you are or your level of maturity. There are 21-year-olds that are making great strides to success. And on the other hand, there are 45-year-olds still doing the same shit they was in high school, trying to get some pussy in the club. All right, what's more important to you? Living life prosperously? Is that a word? Prosperously?
No, prosperous.
Prosperly?
Prosperous.
Prosperously. I'm just fucking with y'all, man. But yo, there's a difference. Yo, a lot of people out here are still working on that shit that they were in high school. But there's a lot of people, some people got an old soul that are doing it the right way, and they are enjoying prosperity. I know how to say that shit, right? All right, number 5, your appearance. And this is tough love to a lot of our brothers, man.
And that shit kills me, man, because there's a guy that I used to work with at this body shop. He used to be pissed off when he didn't hit $160,000 a year. And this dude never.
What, he didn't hit what?
Yeah, he used to be mad. He got it because he never.
Okay.
He never saw his check because it was direct deposit. So he got his W-2s. He's like, God damn it! I only made $140,000, and he'll be pissed off, like literally pissed off. And this dude, he used to have to wash up with paint thinner to get the paint out of his. He never wore nothing fancy. He never drove. He drove a fucking '89 fucking Chevy pickup. He never did anything fancy, and nobody would have never paid him no attention. And females come out here, oh, if you ain't, suit and tying it up, you ain't got no bread, and you ain't got no this. This dude made $140,000 a year, sometimes 200, and he didn't drive a fucking Jag, a Benz, a Beamer, or Bentley, or whatever. He could afford all that shit. He had fucking 9 acres of land, and all the bells and whistles, all that shit, and nobody never paid attention to him like that. So when it comes to the appearance thing, fellas, you got to understand.
It doesn't matter, man.
It doesn't matter. You have to understand the mentality of the woman out here. so you can understand, you know, so it'll help you understand your worth and how to move about. It's like with the sex, and you know, females try to put on us that we love this sex so much, but we don't have as many nerve endings as they do to, you know, for stimulation. We don't have 50 million fucking dildo store. You go on a sex toy shop, it's fucking 9 million things in there for the woman and one thing in there for the dude.
Our shit is
one thing in there for the dude, and it's like a pocket pussy or some bullshit like that. So
don't work.
You know, don't let females fool you out here like they not trying to fuck. Understanding how this story began. The woman got manipulated by you know, if you want to call them a pimp, drug dealer, or whatever the case may be. The woman got manipulated by a serpent. Came in, was like, "Hey, bitch, you ain't got to do this shit. I'll show you other shit that's better than this, that, and the other." And you can see an example of this today. You can see an example of this today. Be a strong enough man to understand how strong you are in your worth, and live by that every day.
Yeah,
every day. It's gonna be days where you're gonna question it, and that's where you're supposed to have a strong. You're supposed to have a very intelligent woman. I hate saying the strong shit, but you're supposed to have a very intelligent woman there to be able to encourage you, to give you motivation to move forward. But nowadays you don't have that. So we have to give that shit to ourselves through this communication, because we didn't have this voice before. Nobody. It was always a unwritten or unheard of thing to ever speak up for yourself as a man, a black man.
Yeah.
And in today's society, you have to understand, all these black men that's on here commenting and everything. You have to understand, we when you walk outside of your crib, you don't mean shit. And if you don't understand what I mean, do your Googles, because y'all know Big Country always be on this shit. And I always tell you motherfuckers to learn your craft. A black man invented the toilet, and it's white for a reason. Wow. Holla at me.
Wow.
Holla at me.
That's what's up, though. Yo, I'm going to get through with this list. Get that man that shit. And then we're going to close it up, man. We just went off your appearance. You need to maintain a healthy lifestyle, and you owe that shit to yourself.
Yes, you do.
Okay. With that said, how you looks means nothing. Your attitude towards the world means more. The most beautiful people are shallow, arrogant, and selfish. Look at the Kim Kardashians. Look at everybody who you think is fucking awesome and beautiful. Beyonce, whatever. They don't give a shit about you. All right? Or what you going through. All right? It's hard to find a beautiful person who is also intelligent and selfless at the same damn time. All right? So, the greater and kinder person you are and how you treat other people matters the most. Guys with look issues, own that. If you bald, if you butt fucking ugly, it doesn't matter. Don't you be fat and sloppy, though. Don't you be funky and shit like that. Because that's some shit that you can fix. That's some shit you can fix.
I'm not fat and sloppy. If I stand the fuck up, I'm bigger than everybody in this room.
You strong. I get you. You strong.
Than a motherfucker.
All right. But you look like Trump in the bathroom, though.
Call what you wanted. I guarantee you, if I hit a motherfucker and you hit somebody,
I'm gonna tell you something about BMAC, though. BMAC, look at the camera. This motherfucker ain't missing nothing.
Not a damn
because he owns it. That's who the fuck he is. Me too. Yo, you. What are you?
It's people taller than me that weigh less than me.
But he's 6 something. He what?
Hey, let me tell y'all something.
6'5", 6'5".
Let me tell y'all something.
Okay, everybody is owning what the fuck he is right now. Okay, don't you ever let anybody. This is my point, dude. Don't you let anybody ever tell you less than who you are.
Yes.
Because of how you look.
Yes.
Absolutely.
These bitches is motherfucking hypocrites. Mm-hmm. At the same time, they'll tell you, oh, he got to be over 6 feet tall. They'll fuck with a midget if he got money. Yeah. Money trumps all, dog. Mm-hmm. Don't you ever believe it.
Man, let me speak to the brother.
This is your work. Can I get through with the list, dog? Other people. There are millions of combinations of upbringings regions, classes, intelligence, and tenacity, and just plain old luck that makes us individuals. Can y'all agree? Yeah?
Absolutely.
All right. Comparing yourself to others in life to determine where you are in life is just asinine, dog. We all come from 80 ways. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, hell yeah, they'll let Kevin Hart hit. Because he got, yeah, Mr. J, yeah, hell yeah, dog. You realize what the fuck going on. So, knowing that we come from all these different ways of life, 8 ways, north, south, northwest, east, on top of that, the class we came from, on top of that, the area, and then on top of that, the luck that we had based off of that, how can you ever compare yourself to somebody else to determine where you are in life?
Right.
How can you let somebody else tell you you should be doing it like me? They don't know where the fuck you came from.
Right. Exactly. Absolutely. Absolutely.
That's all the fuck I'm saying. Yo, I see people all the time looking at me like, oh, he ain't this, he ain't that. They don't know what the fuck came from behind me. You don't know what I'm about. You don't know my principles and standards. You don't know what makes a real man. So why should I give a fuck what you think about me? Why are we letting these scumbags and dick faces dictate our value? Let me tell you something. You standing around somebody, if there's a female right next to you, you standing next to them, guess what? They got security. Because period, point blank, when shit pop off, what are we supposed to protect? BMAC.
You can check any national.
No, you don't have a mic?
No, I did. I said we're defenders, but what I want to.
We're supposed
to, and every
long
man
story short,
and every man is always going to put a woman down, not metaphorically. He's always going to put her down physically to take the brunt of any storm.
That's going to protect her. He's going to protect her. Don't say put her down. That's
when I
training.
said that's why I say physically.
That's training.
To take the storm.
Yeah.
To take the storm.
It's protection.
He's always going to stand up and push her back to take the brunt of any force.
Is that man?
That's any protector. That's every man, every chromosome. Anything,
if you're not that, then you coward, then, right?
Anything
that's all I'm trying to say.
A man,
if you're not that, you coward.
Comes down to a couple futile things. Here's my and I have to leave because my baby boy has a game at 9 o'clock in the morning. You
don't want to be hung over there.
But it's not hung over. It was no. It was to me.
Come on, man, because we way over. We late.
To me, it was important to get here tonight. Yeah. So here's my thought. I met this young man in the gas station, and he had his son. Hold on, it's real quick.
There's a story.
It's not real quick. I gave him a high five. I say, dude, you got your son in the truck.
Oh, you finishing up?
That's a beautiful thing.
Okay.
He came to my car while I was filling my truck with gas. And he was like, hey, bro, my dad told me I'm too close. I need to be open with people. Gave me his name and number. Told me how old his son was. Told me his son's like baseball. Told me, hey, I got some networks for you. I challenge the brethren to this. When you see a black man out there with their child this week, just give him a fist pump. Forever. Just yeah, and you ain't gonna have no real conversation. Just be like, hey, bro, you're doing the right thing. Hey, bro, I commend you. You don't have to go into an essay, no good speech, nothing. Just, hey, from one brother to another, I acknowledge you. And the reason I say that, when I told that young man that, he told me his whole story, but it took me back to this when I was in the military. My senior chief, who was a black man, this was one of the most influential men in my life. He told me it takes a ripple to create a wave, and a wave. It takes a ripple. It takes
create
a rock,
wave, yeah,
to create a ripple,
yeah,
and a ripple create a wave.
yeah.
So that means all it takes is one person to make a movement. If we are the movement in BMV,
Yeah.
if all of us as brethren go out there and just acknowledge and give a brother a fist pound while he's with his black son or his black daughter, that is support that they're not getting from nowhere else.
Yeah.
And you stand on that. And if we do that for 1 week, let's move that shit and make that movement for weeks moving forward.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we don't do that. So I'm saying everybody doesn't. So
I don't do it.
what I'm saying is you don't have to spark a conversation. Just give another brother a handshake, a fist pound. I know we're all in different cities and I know we all got different likes and walks and everything else. But when you see him standing there with his son or daughter or his child, just give him a heads up.
I think that shit. I think that shit.
I'm not saying celebrate.
I think that shit is.
Start somewhere.
That's
think
why,
that shit
that's
is
why
kinda
I was saying,
insulting, though.
Anytime that I run across men and the conversation come up, it's always something. You know, the men are they debate. They're competitive. And so there's always something to talk about. So anytime I run across men and it's a debate over competitiveness,
I don't want to debate. I just want to give you this.
No, it doesn't matter.
Dog,
it doesn't matter.
Dude,
it doesn't
that
matter.
shit to me,
you can be
dude.
perceived as crazy unless I say something or not. So I always say something. If it is, hey, I see you, dog. I see you. What you're doing. You got your son or whatever the hell. You're doing that father shit. Dudes can acknowledge that shit because dudes is just way off the plane and they can see that shit. I just take it to the limit.
I'm just saying, do this.
I don't, I don't do that shit, man. I don't do that shit because it's insulting.
No.
Listen.
I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
The world is condemning black men.
No.
So
dude.
If you tell another black man,
dude.
Bro, I see you.
Okay. All right.
That shit as an acknowledgement.
All right.
Like, you know what? That's one.
Here's the thing. You gonna fucking listen, or you gonna go ahead and mouth off?
Do you want?
What you want to do?
That or are you not?
I don't. That shit don't matter.
It does matter.
Shit, nigga. I seen trucks. I don't know. I know how to drive them. No. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. I'm gonna tell you why I don't like that shit. Because I talked to older black women. This was just like one or two times, and they was like, "Yo," and they was like, "Yo, stay out of trouble, young man." I'm like, "Yo, I'm like 38 years old. What the fuck you doing telling me that shit? I'm not no little boy. I'm a grown ass fucking man. You don't tell me to stay out of trouble. All right. You don't tell me I need to take care of my kids. You don't fist bump me when I'm taking care of my kids. This is normal. Okay. This is the motherfucking narrative that y'all put up, that we don't do this. We know we do this. Matter of fact, there's been studies that came out by people that wasn't black that say we do this more than other people do it. Why? Because they say we don't do it. So everybody that has children is doing it extra. They're doing it extra just to show everybody that we do this. So to give somebody, to sit up here and give somebody a pound for brushing their teeth, I think that's insulting, man.
That's how you look at it. But I've been a baseball coach for 8 years. I've been a football coach for 6 years. I've seen the amount of moms and the amount of dads. All I'm saying is, as brethren, there's nothing wrong with acknowledging another black man.
Yeah, I'm not saying no.
And that's all I'm saying. There's nothing wrong.
Look, I'm gonna say this.
Wait, no. You just talk.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with acknowledging another black man when he's with his kids. Because where we fail at today is when we walk past another black man that's with his kids, we just say, in our minds, we say, oh, he doing right, but we don't acknowledge it. Right. All I'm saying is just get that man some acknowledgement. You don't know what he going through.
Absolutely.
He might have got his kids for the first time in 3 months.
Absolutely.
Get that man some pound.
Absolutely.
He fighting for his kids.
Absolutely.
This shit is going well in his works.
Absolutely.
Give him some confidence, because these bitches out here is not giving us none.
Absolutely.
So at the end of the day, I'm sitting here and I'm watching every day in court where the black man is losing. I'm telling you, when I touched that man's hand today and just said, "Hey, dog," all I wanted to say, he was telling his son, "Hey, his son was fat." He was like, "I just want you to be better than I." And I said, "Dog, Rhode Island winner." He was like, "What's up?" I said, "I just want to give you a pound for being a black man teaching your black son."
Right.
That man got out his car and came to me and was like, "Dog, ain't nobody ever said that shit to me. I'm trying to figure this shit out." All I'm saying to the brethren is this: we might be older. What we talk about, we might have the generation that is older and is above what's beneath us.
Right.
If we talking about saving our family and our children, we have to look at the 21, the 22, the 25, and the 28-year-olds. We have to acknowledge these young black men that's trying. No matter what their fight is, when they have their children, we have to give them accommodation for saying, you know what? Hey, bro, keep fighting. There's something greater later, because us as men and we're older, we know it.
Absolutely. And I completely agree, and I completely understand that. I hate it doesn't matter if you with your children or not. Black men should uplift black men, just period.
Yeah. Because ain't nobody else gonna do it.
Because ain't nobody else gonna do that shit. Yeah. So I completely I ain't worried about all that stuff.
We need to stand strong with each other.
I'm not worried about none of that stuff. Black people, black men have to communicate with one another and acknowledge one another for the stuff that they do, because nobody, a little like BMAC just said, something like coming up to you like, "Hey man, I see you, dude. I see you." That the little bit that a woman could have did would have gave that dude, 40 million joules of energy to move a mountain. But they don't get that shit. So men out here, we have to support one another when it comes through this thing. I don't care if you're with your child or not. You got to support one another when it comes to this thing out here, because my story is your story, woo-wee, and Legend Story, X-Men, or and so on. We all share stories. We all can understand. Men have an unspoken language without even talking, and they can understand one another because we didn't gone through it, or we're going through it, or we've been through it. Yeah. So everybody understands that shit without a shadow of a doubt, man. Everybody understands that shit. But when it comes to you got to understand both sides. If I don't need accolades for being a good dad. I already know I'm a good dad. That's normal to me. And it's a bunch of men out here that's doing stuff that's normal, and they being treated like it's alien. It's not alien. All them dudes, all the men out here that's taking care of their children, man, take care of your kids, man. That's what you're supposed to be doing. You don't need no accolade for that. That's like you want support because you got a job like these women do. Oh, I didn't say you were. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm trying to cover all bases. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm covering all bases. So like the woman get out here and try to celebrate the fact that they make 6 figures. I don't give a fuck about your job. You get fired tomorrow.
Right. Yeah.
Understand the basis. Men understand the basis of what you are as a person and stand for something. You a man.
Can you be a great wife
or
a mother?
Instill something when you have children.
How about that?
Your life is damn near done when you have children, because you have to everything you got to give it to that kid so they can be able to make it through the shit that you bring them into.
That's the way it's supposed to go.
That's the way it's supposed to go. But that's not always.
We gotta end this shit, dude.
I know we gotta end it.
We way over. I'm like 20 minutes over.
I know. Let me say this real quick. I've been getting fought all week, being called a misogynist and all this bullshit.
I always get that shit.
I did. They've been going hard at me all week. But I just want to say, stand up for something, man. Stand up for something. Don't just.
It is.
I don't give a fuck.
For what you
Nike people
support other black
people out here booing Nike and all of that crap. Walmart, everybody go to Walmart, and Walmart got a fucking slave camp over there too. So, you know, don't just stand up for something. Stand up for something, man. Don't just
for nothing.
Yeah, there you go. Die for nothing.
Die for nothing.
There you go.
What's up, man? Yo, this is BlackMenVentTV for this week, man. I hope y'all enjoy. I hope y'all learn something, man. Yo, we gotta have this dialogue, or we're not gonna get to it. We're not gonna do anything. You know what I'm saying? We gotta talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Any female who is down with this bullshit that hears this, there's a seed planted. All right. She's gonna think about it. She's gonna be like, what if the motherfuckers was right? You know what I'm saying? Then she gotta think about, if they was right, what would happen? If they was right, what would I have did?
All over booty.
And it will grow. All right. So we need y'all to go ahead and hit everybody up, spread the word. All right. If you want to download, man, Cash App us at BlackMenVent, or hit me up for the PayPal. You know what I'm saying?
Booty.
Trying to get better. We trying to get better equipment. Yeah, and all of that shit, yo. Have a good weekend, man. Yo, just a note, we are not going to be here next Friday.
Presidency went
Hold
down
on,
because of booty.
We're not going to be here next Friday, man. We're going to be in Vegas. We might go live on Facebook.
Fight. Okay.
Facebook.
Booty.
But it's going to be some straight vacation shit. It's just going to be some.
Don't fall victim to booty.
We might. Anyway, what was that?
Hallelujah.
Yo, thank y'all for coming out, man. We out of this motherfucker, man. Peace.
Booty.
Good show. Good show.
And booty.